Is that recording?
Yeah, I have it on selfie mode so we can tell if it ever stops.
So smart.
Because I don't know how much storage I have on my phone.
Did you turn selfie mode on?
What's selfie mode?
So, like, it doesn't flip.
What do you mean?
Okay, yeah. So, like...
Oh, like when you're taking a picture and it flips?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a little cold open. It's not even funny. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the And I've Always Said That podcast. I am Megan, and this is my one and only co-host, Taylor.
Yeah.
We've
been Zaned part 2.
And we are here to address, the rumors, kind of get ahead of the controversy. Nikki and JoJo did go forward with leaving.
We're really sad about it.
We're really sad about it, but it was just ultimately a decision that
had to be made.
They did go ahead and sock Taylor in the face, and I just couldn't stand for that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, as her friend, JoJo kind of punched her square in the jaw, and then Nikki went forward with kicking you in the crotch so hard that the doctor said you can't have children because all of your pelvic bones just kind of lodged themselves into your uterus and punctured it. So ultimately, that wasn't punching you in the face I could stand behind, but the pelvic bones and the uterus, just I really couldn't get behind.
It was
that.
A rough doctor's appointment.
They broke my foot.
Yeah, they are just awful human beings, and we couldn't stand for that anymore.
We couldn't stand for that, so they had to leave the country, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, we did file restraining orders.
Yeah.
They are gone, and they will never be back.
So I hope you enjoy the podcast of just this duo. It seems like this is the way it's gonna be
from now on.
Yeah. So, I guess let's get into the episode.
It's gonna be definitely a different episode. We have a new location for.
We're in our living room.
Because
I guess we should say they didn't actually quit.
We could have let the bit go a little bit longer. We could have been cut to next week.
Oh my god.
Are they even going to be back next week?
No, I think it's 2 episodes with just the 2 of us.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah. Also, if I'm looking incredibly gross and sweaty right now, it's literally 12:26 a.m.
I just got back from a business trip.
You just got back from a business trip. I'm leaving here at 4 a.m. to go to the airport.
I honestly might.
I have to be awake at 3:30.
Do you want to pull an all-nighter?
No.
Oh.
There's literally nothing I want to do more.
Oh.
Not do more.
Well, I might pull an all-nighter.
Okay, you have fun with that. I'll see you when I'm leaving at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
To go to the airport.
Cut to me in 2 hours when you're leaving, and you take a bald picture of me.
Oh my god, don't even remind me. I'm already tired. So the reason I'm going to the airport is I'm going on a bachelorette trip.
To Miami?
We're flying into Clearwater, but we're doing a day trip or something to Miami. And none of them listen to this, so I can really say whatever I want. I'm not that excited. So, yeah.
Well,
I'm
next week maybe
plane.
We'll have a fun story.
And we're literally recording this so far in advance. By the time this comes out, I'm back.
Yeah. Well, it happens. We're just on our shit.
Yeah. I feel like I'm doing that thing where I get a different voice when we're talking into the microphones.
Yeah.
When we first got the microphones and Taylor and I were testing them out because we had all the equipment here and everyone else had gone home. We were just kind of having a conversation into the microphones, and we just liked hearing it back from the computer. And we realized that we do weird voices. Well, not weird voices, but just we put on these voices that aren't ours.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have that voice on right now.
Voice is kind of sexy.
It's my 12:30 in the morning. I have to be awake at 3:30 in the morning voice. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I've been up since
You've been up
5 a.m.
long before me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought you were gonna miss your train today.
Why?
I don't know if in my head my alarm was your alarm, but it was
Oh.
around like 6:30 my alarm was going off because I was gonna go to the gym this morning, and then I heard you like go in the bathroom, and I was like, oh, like I'll let her have her bathroom time. Like I'm not gonna like, because I just need to like throw on my clothes, pee, and brush my teeth. And then I ended up sleeping through that and not going to the gym. That's another story. But anyway, so I hear the alarm going off, and it's 6:30, and I'm like, oh my god, she's missing her train. I could not bring myself to get out of bed though. I was so tired. I was like, she's missing her train. I'm not gonna tell her this.
No, I left at 6:40, and I got to Penn Station at 6:48. I was like, what? How did that happen? Or 6:54 or something.
I feel like that's gonna happen to me tomorrow because I'm having the Uber because I don't want to take the subway at 4 a.m.
Yeah, smart.
Because I know that there's a homeless guy that sleeps like right outside of our apartment. And one time when I took out the garbage and I was like a little too loud, he yelled at me, and it scared me really bad.
Well, he wasn't there when I just walked in.
Well,
I would take an Uber.
and then I know that there's a guy that sleeps in the subways. Because when I go in the mornings, when I take the subway, it's probably around like 8:30 usually when I'm taking the subway, if I'm running on time, which I'm never am. But he's always there in the mornings. But there's always people around, so I'm never like worried that like he's gonna like do anything. And he seems pretty docile. He's usually just smoking a cigarette in the subway station.
Yeah.
But
you're taking your Uber to Penn or to?
Yes, I'm taking my Uber to Penn, and then I'm getting on. There's a 4:30 train, and then I'm taking that to taking that to Jamaica, and I'm getting the air train from there.
Fun.
But also, like, I think Jamaica will be fine that early, just because it's a weekday, and that's, like, what time all the construction workers are kind of there at.
Yeah.
So, like, I think I'll be fine, because my friends did invite me to, like, come over to their house and, like, sleep over, and then we would all just get, like, a car tomorrow. But I really only like finished packing about like 20 minutes ago. So not really working out.
Make
and I
sure
had
you
to get my nails done.
Yeah, make sure you have a plan B because I had 6 Ubers cancel on me.
Well, I pre-scheduled it.
Oh, perf. Yeah.
Because you know, at 4 a.m. I figured they'd be like a little scarce.
Yeah, I called an Uber. Canceled. Called another Uber. He came past me. I went to call him. He canceled. Called another Uber. He went a block too far. Canceled. Called another one. I went, please don't cancel. Canceled. And then the last one. Took him 10 minutes to get to me.
But you ever have those things where an Uber like takes your ride, but they're so far away and you like need a ride within the next like 2 minutes, and you're like begging them in the DMs, in the Uber DMs, and you're like, please cancel.
Yeah. Please, I just need you to cancel so bad.
Please, I need you to cancel so bad.
I am calling Uber.
Like at this point, like a taxi's faster.
I'm going to get a free Uber ride because I'm going to be like, I had 6 people cancel on me. I'm just a little girl. I was out in the streets alone. I had to go wait in the Hilton because I was so scared. Because Moynihan Hall closed. They kicked us all out.
Well, I hope it opens back up at 4 a.m. It probably is still closed. I'll probably have to go to Penn.
Yeah.
But speaking of calling people and complaining, by the way, for all our listeners out there, Taylor is very... I'm like sitting in a weird position.
I'm like melting into the couch.
This is like probably a bit more of like an audio episode in terms of like look wise for me personally.
We're both denim on denim.
I look like Chessie from The Parent Trap. I'm in my pajama, but yeah, I'm like sweating. Like my leg. Oh my god.
No,
actually,
I'm
probably like a bad angle.
I'm wearing a wool
I'm not wearing a
sweater
bra,
vest under
like,
this.
If you could see my nipples. Like, mind your business.
Don't let us know. I'm boiling.
Oh my god, what was I saying? Oh,
I'm good at complaining.
You're good at complaining. How'd I get to my nipples?
Because we were saying that.
Where was that leap made? Okay, whatever. Losing the plot.
Yeah.
Can you call JetBlue and complain to them for me because they gave me like a $50 flight credit for my flight to Boston last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I don't remember how much I paid for that flight off the top of my head, off the top of the dome.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was more than $50. I think it was like $70.
Mm-hmm.
Can you call and get me a free flight?
Sure.
Or like something?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be when I'm in a better mindset.
Yeah. No, of course.
When you're back.
I mean, I'm back on Monday, Tuesday temporarily.
Okay.
And then I'll be back Wednesday night for goodies.
Okay.
Goody two shoes.
Sounds good.
But yeah. So, how was your day?
I don't even want to talk about it. I'm like so lethally mad. I just like, for all the listeners out there, if you're underpaid and underappreciated, it's time to move on. Like this today was really like I think it's time for me to move on.
You know what you should say to that?
Goodbye.
Fuck you.
Peace out.
Asshole.
Fuck you, asshole. Yeah, I'm really... If you're going to take one lesson from this episode, if you're underappreciated, underpaid, overworked, unloved, move on. I'm really in my feels today.
And I've always said that. Oh my god, do you want to hear a story that I think will make you laugh?
Yeah.
I was a little thief the other day.
What'd you steal?
So every morning when I'm usually doing makeup, I'll put in my coffee order at Pret because it's around the block from my job.
Mm-hmm.
So I was putting in my coffee order, whatever. I get to Pret, my coffee's not ready.
Did you steal someone else's?
Yeah. So I take one that's similar to mine, and I go, okay, well, they can just either A, someone stole mine, or B, it's not ready. So I was like, okay, whatever your name is, enjoy my coffee.
Mm.
Hopefully you know to take it. I was running late, so I take it. I go to work, and then in like hour into my day, I'm thinking, I go, I don't think I hit send on my Pret app. I go to my Pret app, I didn't. I just stole a coffee.
Well, I mean, not really. You have the unlimited membership.
Yeah, but I don't know if that bitch did.
Well, I mean, she could just be like, I don't see my coffee.
Yeah. Because
And
I've done that a couple times when I didn't see my coffee and I was like, hey,
where is it?
give it to me, please.
Yeah, I was really worried because I was like not really running late, but like kind of running late.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally ordered my Starbucks as I left here. And I was like, if it's not fucking ready, if Starbucks does me dirty, because that's happened before where I ordered it like halfway through, where it's usually like a 10-12 minute Uber ride, and I'll order it like 5 minutes, like halfway through, and not ready. Or I'll be like, where's my drink? And they're like, are you sure you ordered it here? And I went, yep, here's the receipt. And they're like, we don't have it in the system. And I'm like, my train's in 10 minutes. Please make it.
Oh my god, when I went to the airport, I've been going to the airport a lot recently.
Good. You using your JetBlue
But
card.
when I went to the airport to go see Taylor Swift to go to Boston 2 weeks ago, I didn't pre-order a Starbucks. I just assumed I had enough time. And it took them so long to get my drink. So I'm standing there and I go, I could either like get my drink or like risk missing my flight. I got my drink.
Didn't miss your flight.
Did not miss my flight. Couldn't have missed my flight if I tried. Turns out, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Time was on my side that day.
Yeah.
I had time to spare. Oh my god, today at work,
My stomach made a weird noise.
I thought you burped. That was your stomach? Ew. So while I'm working, one of my like little hobbies or passions that I have while I'm working is I'm constantly picking my fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could not stop if I tried, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So for some reason today, I knew I had a nail appointment after work because I'm going to Florida tomorrow. Picked a big juicy piece of skin.
Oh,
Blood everywhere. It was a goddamn bloodbath. It's on my middle finger. Can you see it?
I can.
So I was like, oh, it's fine. I picked it this morning. I was like, it'll scab up by the time my nail appointment comes around.
No.
So I go to my nail appointment. I get my pedicure. It's time for my manicure. And it's like fine. It's just kind of red like it is now, but
Yeah.
it's not like bleeding or anything. She sprays like this alcohol stuff on it and like the cuticle oil. It is burning. I think if there was a way for like my finger to just disintegrate, it would have. It hurt so bad. I can't explain to you how bad it was, just burning. And then when she wiped it off, I guess the burning sensation activated blood. I'm now bleeding. And she looks at my finger and she looks at me and she goes, "Do you bite your skin?"
I mean,
and I
Nikki
look her,
did say you were a biter.
I'm not a biter, but I look her dead in the eyes and I go, "No, it's just from work." What the hell do I do for a job that all of my cuticles are bitten off?
Yeah, maybe she thinks you're like I was gonna say like maybe a kid bites you.
You probably can't see it in the camera, but like,
But maybe you can.
Bad. I cannot express to like you as my friend and like you the audio listener how much this hurt.
I can only imagine.
Stung.
Well, whenever I get my nails done, every single time they make me bleed. Every single time.
Well, usually that'll happen to me, but it's usually because I'm going with an open wound and they've opened it more.
No, they'll like rip my cuticle and it'll start bleeding.
Do you think I can get infected? Like,
I mean, probably.
would you still be friends with me if I had 9 fingers?
I mean, yeah. But
what if I had like 8? Because there's an open wound on this pinky too. That kind of stung a little bit today.
Any others?
And questionably like this middle finger. I'm trying to see.
You can't lose both your middle fingers.
These are 2 open wounds.
I would
and then
just
I think
make
this hand, these 4 fingers. I'll
Have
have
you
an
washed your
open wound.
hands since?
Yeah,
Yeah, so then you're fine.
I showered.
Yeah, so
I don't
you're
look
fine.
like it right now, but like I showered,
Oh,
and I'm gonna go
I
forward with
can't wait to
showering again
shower.
in like an hour.
I can't wait to
I
shower.
wake up at 3 a.m. before my flight.
I'm not even washing my hair.
But would you be like friends with me if just like I just had like a little nub for a hand?
Of course, I wouldn't be able to live without you.
And what questions do you have for me for my nub with my nub for a hand?
I still don't get that joke.
And what questions do you have for me about that joke?
Do you want me to ask a question?
No, it's
Oh.
kind of like a rhetorical statement. Just being
Gotcha.
like, and what questions do you have for me?
So I've been asking questions and you've been answering it and and not getting this joke.
I don't know what you're saying.
Like you've said that to me and I've been like, "Oh, okay." Like,
And what questions do you have for me?
yeah, and I'd be like, "So, what would you do with your nubby? Would you become a Bethany Hamilton?"
Honestly, I think if something like tragic happened to me like that, like I would not persevere. Like the way Bethany Hamilton like still had like the drive to surf. I'm retiring.
Yeah.
I'm retiring. I'm sitting in my bed. I don't know
I'm
what I'm
throwing
doing.
myself a pity party.
Does she have one arm or no arms?
She has a nub for an arm. Oh, she
But-
has one full arm and a nub.
Okay, great. I'd play The Sims all day. Give me one arm and a computer. I'm playing The Sims.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that recently. I really want to play The Sims so bad.
Do
So bad.
So bad.
I just don't have the time to do it.
That is so true.
Because if I'm playing The Sims,
Yeah, that's 17 hours of your day.
I can't express to you enough how much I'm only taking a break to, like, sleep. If I'm in, like, a Sims phase.
Yeah, you'll eat and play The Sims.
Yeah. And I haven't had that probably since we graduated college. Because, you know,
Yeah.
I just don't get the month of January off like I used to. And I just play The
wish.
Sims for the whole month of January.
Yeah.
And then, like, probably, like,
I
sporadically
miss-
during the summer.
Yeah, I miss, what was it? Alfredo fettuccine?
Yeah.
Miss him.
Our freshman year, I made all of our roommates and our respective soulmates on The Sims. And then I also made our RA and her roommate, who we, like, kind of got an inkling that they were just kind of randomly paired together. Like, they were not friends.
Yeah.
And then I think eventually that was confirmed that, like, our RA was just kind of hoping of living alone. And then she got the little dude.
Little
So
dude.
then I did go forward with making, like, a little fan fiction about them on The Sims. And it was just, like, a really beautiful love story.
It was so fun to watch you play The Sims. It was one of my favorite pastimes. That and watching Jersey Shore.
Oh, God. Is Sammy back on Jersey Shore yet?
I don't know. I haven't kept up, but
I
I
don't
know
think
she's
that
coming
aired.
back
Because I think I want to start watching it when she's back.
to see.
Yeah, just to like see what kind of.
I like have been watching it through TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So like I feel like I'm caught up.
I mean, nothing's like gonna beat OG Jersey Shore. And we
Oh,
watched
yeah,
the
no.
first season of Family Vacation, and then it's kind of like, I don't know if this is for me, but like
Mhm.
I'm interested now that Sammy Sweetheart's coming back.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm curious to see if there's any beef that like they
I'm
just never aired
yeah.
out online.
I'm fully caught up on Family Vacation, but
Via TikTok.
and YouTube clips.
You know what I'm fully caught up on?
Young Sheldon.
Yeah. And what questions do you have for me about Young Sheldon?
I love Young Sheldon. I'm also caught up via TikTok.
I kind of hate Young Sheldon, but there's just something so fun about getting ready for bed and then watching like 3 parts of an episode. Oh my god!
What?
I was watching an episode of Rick and Morty on TikTok the other day, and I was enthralled by the storyline.
And they didn't like upload the next part?
No, they did. I got up to like part 10, but part 10 was a whole new Rick and Morty episode.
Yeah.
So I didn't even get the conclusion
I hate when
of
they
the
do that.
episode I was watching.
I hate when they do that.
And no, for anyone thinking, I'm not going to go and seek out the episode that I was watching to see how it ends. I don't care enough.
Oh,
But I cared enough that I was pissed off.
I seek it out on TikTok. Like on the train ride home before my service cut out, I was watching.
How do you seek it out on TikTok? Because this...
You look it up. Like.
What, Rick and Morty?
Yeah, you find out what episode and you look up Rick and Morty episode.
How would I know what episode it is? They're
It
just posting
says
a
it.
clip and then playing like some sort of weird game with men running underneath it, and then they have to like get more men so then they can like punch someone in the teeth.
Yeah. My favorite is the lady who does flips.
I don't know if I've seen that. Oh my god, like my underleg is like really sweaty.
Gorgeous.
And what questions do you have for me?
Fuck off.
Oh my god, my allergies.
Oh, my allergies are so bad. Like, they're
I've never
really
had
bad.
allergies before.
Neither have I.
Maybe we're just sick. But it's allergies, so I'm like fine.
I mean, go off.
I did go to urgent care and they gave me Flonase. So
Did you?
yeah, that's the prescription that I've had on the counter all week.
Oh, when'd you go to urgent care?
Saturday? It wasn't when we were here. It was when we were home for Memorial Day
The
weekend.
Yeah. We'll see. Might have food poisoning.
Oh my gosh, so I was listening to this week's episode that came out today because it's Wednesday. Today
I
at work.
haven't listened. I forgot.
And we like never talked about why we were doing like kind of like a quickish episode last week was due to the fact that we were seeing The Little Mermaid afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
We just breezed past that and then we're like, we don't have enough time. We have to end the episode right now. We don't have enough time. You guys have to go.
Oh, yeah. Little Mermaid.
We saw the new Little Mermaid.
8.6 out of 10.
Very good. Cue the Panty Dropper of the Week song.
Panty Dropper of the Week. Panty Dropper of the Week. We're serving panties, having sex. It's Panty Dropper of the Week. Panty Dropper of the Week. Panty Dropper of the Week. We're serving panties, having sex. It's Panty Dropper of the Week.
Our Panty Dropper of the Week is Prince Eric in the new Little Mermaid movie.
Oh, my God. When he's hot.
Wild uncharted waters. Oh my god, I keep listening to that evermore. And someone posted it on TikTok. It was like, I've listened to the big 3. And it's Wild Uncharted Waters from The Little Mermaid. Evermore from the live action Beauty and the Beast. And then I think it's Get It Right from Frozen 2, sung by Jonathan Groff.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's Lost in the Woods.
Lost in the woods.
That's not even the tune of the song.
The 80s.
Lost in the Woods.
I don't think that's a tune either.
Yeah, it is. I'm lost in the woods.
Oh my god, it is.
if anyone's gonna know it, it's me. I'm very passionate about Jonathan Groff in the Frozen movies.
Yeah.
Jonathan Groff outside of the Frozen movies, none of my business. But when he's playing Kristoff, sign me up.
Smash.
Smash.
But yeah, Prince Eric, hot. Panty dropper.
Panty dropper. The movie as a whole also is a panty dropper. I did really enjoy it. Also, panty dropper doesn't have to be sexual. It can just be something you're enjoying.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, this ice cream's good. Panty dropper of the week.
Yeah.
It's not like a sexual thing. It's just like, oh my god, this is like slay. Panty dropper.
Yeah. Slay. I do have to say though, I turned to our friend Quinn, who was sitting next to me, and at the same time we both went, imagine if that's Harry Styles, and I went, yeah, I don't know if I could look at him the same, and she went, yeah, I'd lose a lot of respect for him.
Oh my god, I would have ate it up.
No, I don't see him. I something about, I don't think as
Smile.
to quote Jacob Tremblay, I don't think he would have brought Tremblay. I don't think he would have brought the acting and singing chops to play Prince Eric.
He would have brought the singing chops.
Yeah, but I feel like this Prince Eric brought like something more theatrical, where Harry would have.
Prince Eric kind of looked like the cartoon to
Yeah.
me, whereas Harry Styles doesn't look like the cartoon. I just kind of like to look at him.
This Prince Eric kind of reminded me of Benedict from Bridgerton. Is it Benedict from Bridgerton?
Benedict is the brother that hasn't gotten married yet.
Mm-mm.
Are you thinking of Anthony?
No, I'm thinking of Benedict.
It's Anthony,
Benedict.
Benedict, Colin, Daphne,
Edwin.
Eloise. Edmund is the husband.
Oh.
Eloise. Francesca. Gregory. Hyacinth.
How do you fucking remember all of them?
It's in alphabetical order.
I know,
A,
but
B, C, D, E, F, G, H. And then
Holy
I think Hyacinth is last because
fuck, they have a lot of kids.
I can't think of anything that starts with an I. Unless it's Ingrid.
Don't think so.
I'm not feeling it's Ingrid.
But didn't they have a sister that left? Not Daphne.
Okay, let's go. Let's run it back.
Anthony.
Anthony, Benedict, Colin, Daphne, Eloise, A, B, C, D, E, Francesca, whoever the F is.
We sure it's Francesca?
It's something like that. Francesca? That's not a name. Fernando?
Common name. Fernando. No, I want to say it's like
One of their kids' names is Gregory, so I don't think like Francesca's like out of the question.
is it Gregory?
Yeah, his name's literally fucking Greg.
Fucking Greg. There's your F and G.
Fucking Greg. L to the O G. So Succession ended this week.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. You're right. I'm wrong.
And then no one starts with an I, right?
Gregory's the youngest.
I don't know how I knew that. I didn't read any of the books. I've only watched the shows. And it wasn't even like a comfort show where I've watched it like several times.
Yeah.
I've only watched the first season once, the second season once. And then I've watched almost all of Queen Charlotte.
There's a Violet?
That's the mom.
No.
Yes. Oh my god. I'm going delusional. Oh my god, it's almost 1 a.m. I literally have to wake up in 2 hours. Oh my god. But luckily, I'm going with like my friends who are like big, like, midday nappers.
Mm.
And I think where we're staying does have a pool. So I'm hoping that like
Take a nap by the pool.
it's like a nap by the pool situation. And then one of the girls isn't coming until tomorrow. So I'm hoping like it's like a nap situation and then maybe we'll like go and get dinner.
Yeah, it's not like a all out balls to the wall.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Wait. You said someone's not coming till tomorrow. You mean Friday?
Yeah. Well, technically it's already Thursday.
That is so true.
You know, like that kid at the sleepover that would be like, well, it's technically Thursday. It's technically Saturday.
Yeah. Losers, they'd be the first to fall asleep and get drawn on.
Oh my god, one time I was the first to fall asleep at a sleepover, and they covered my head in peanut butter. And then I woke up the next morning and I was so confused because everyone was asleep and I was just covered in peanut butter.
That's
So
so
then
mean.
I went into the bathroom and I remember like crying a little bit. And I kind of like tried to get it off of me, but I like couldn't figure it out. And then everyone woke up and I was like, why did I wake up covered in peanut butter? And they were like, oh, because you were the first one to fall asleep. And I was like, no. Someone else was, because I remember. Because I was like, oh, I'm safe. I think the other girl's name was Rachel. And I was like, Rachel fell asleep first. I'm sad. Not my current friend, Rachel. This was a different friend, Rachel. This was a different phase of my life. Pre my actual current friend, Rachel. But I was like, no, Rachel was. And they were like, no. Like, they were like, yeah, Rachel fell asleep first, but like, you could handle it better than she could. And I was like,
Not you crying in the bathroom.
well, I don't know. And then I told my grandma that. My grandma goes, you know, that speaks like a lot for your character. That like they knew they couldn't do it to someone else, but they knew they could do it to you because you're so strong and tough. And I was like,
You're just a tough cookie.
I'm just a tough cookie. And I was like, thank you, but like I would have loved to not wake up with peanut butter.
How'd you even get that out? I mean, you shower, but
I don't even know. I think like baby oil was involved,
holy fuck.
but like it was hard to get the peanut butter.
That's
Just
just like
forgot that happened.
cruel.
Yeah, and then all those people stopping my friend, which was kind of awesome.
Is that the Control Alt Delete?
Yeah.
Strike million.
This was before.
On site.
This is before, because before I started playing The Sims professionally, solo, this one friend is the one that introduced me to The Sims, and we would just play it on her computer for hours. And by we, I meant she would play it, and I would kind of tell her what to do, and I would just like sit there and watch her play it, which was really exciting for me. I didn't really care. As you know, I love watching people play video games.
Oh, yeah.
When I had gotten the game for myself, because we had like kind of stopped being friends, and like my mom had given me her old laptop, because she always told me I couldn't get The Sims on the family computer downstairs because
you'd be on it too much.
I'd be on it too much and everyone needed it. So then my mom got a new laptop and gave me her old laptop, and I could play The Sims on it. Because I had gotten a laptop, but it was a refurbished laptop, because my grandma had gotten one for me and my brother for Christmas one year, and I had gotten The Sims that year, and I was like, this is awesome. But The Sims 3 couldn't process on like that processor, like that computer was too old to do it. But my mom's old computer was
Could do it.
time. So long story short, I finally get to play The Sims after owning it for like 2 years. I finally get to play it. I'm fiending for it at this point because I'm not really friends with the one girl anymore. We're not playing it as much. So then I text her and I'm like, hey, what was the motherload cheat? I can't figure it out. Granted, I could have Googled it. But I was like, why would she steer me wrong?
Yeah.
At that point, I still thought we were friends. So then I texted her and I was like, what's the cheat? Like, we used to do it all the time. How do you get the money? And she's like, oh, easy. It's Control-Alt-Delete.
Whore. Bitch.
So then I tried it, and I was like, this isn't a cheat. It's trying to shut my computer off. And then even at that point, I just assumed she still was my
God,
friend.
imagine you Control Alt Deleted. You would have lost your entire thing in Sims. This was before autosave.
Yeah, but I was like, oh my God, that's so silly of her. She probably just forgot the actual cheat.
Shows your character.
So then I remembered I Googled it and I texted and I was like, hey, that one didn't work. In case you forgot, this is it.
What'd she say back?
Oh my God, I don't think she said anything.
Whore.
And then kind of after that was when I started to get like inklings about, I was like,
Maybe we aren't friends.
maybe you don't want to be my friend.
Maybe you were just mean.
And a liar. And pathetic. And mean. I remember in the 8th grade, I DM'd her on Facebook Messenger. And I said, are we still friends? Never answered.
Oh.
No, this is a
Sad.
funny story.
Oh, it's so funny. Haha.
I was like, hey, are we still friends? Never answered. She left me.
She left you on red?
Yeah, it was Facebook Messenger.
On Facebook Messenger. She left you on red.
I had her number too. I could have just texted her, but for some reason I used Facebook because that was the thing to do. And like, I think it was 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not
Happens.
friends anymore. Crazy.
The only sleepover prank thing that I could think of is with someone I'm not friends with either anymore, who
Did you
also
also-
bullied me. Well, not that you were bullied, but I mean, whatever.
I was
But
just left on red.
I wasn't the first to fall asleep. I remember I stayed up until 6 a.m. because I didn't want to be the first to fall asleep. Because the first to fall asleep got all their underwear stolen. And then they wet it and then put it in the freezer. And then didn't tell the girl, so she had to leave with no underwear.
Why
And
didn't she just continue wearing the underwear from the night before?
well, that's what she did. And then everyone was like, ew, you're dirty. You're dirty. You left in the same underwear.
That's kind of insane.
And she had literally 8 pairs of underwear. We went to this girl's house for a night.
Me.
I mean, yeah.
I'm changing my underwear 5 times a day. Give me the opportunity.
My prank to me, because they were like, everyone has to get pranked. It's a rite of passage. She took her sister, who her sister was like, no joke, like 12 years older than us. Not 12, but like we were in 6th grade and her sister was in like 11th or 12th grade. So whatever that is. So she stole her sister's like digital camera, and while I was peeing, she unlocked the door and took a photo of me peeing.
I have a photo of you peeing.
I know, but like
I'll insert it. No, I won't.
I was kind of
We're like borderline vag in that photo I
Yeah.
have of you peeing.
I mean, it's on your dispo.
I think it's buried. I remember I tried to look for it that one time. I couldn't even find what roll it was in.
Yeah, I think it's a buried roll, but
Oh
but
my
like
God.
that one was kind of
Are
consensual.
my eyes like all black?
No,
Okay, awesome.
but yeah, yours was consensual. That one I had locked the door because I was like, I don't want anyone barging in, because all night they'd been barging in on people peeing, not taking photos, but just barging in. And I was like, I want to pee in peace. I did not pee in peace. And then I freaked out and I was like, you have to delete that. I don't know if they did. And then at the end of that school year, she had called my crush pretending to be me and said,
Is that same girl?
yeah. And she went, when you break up with your girlfriend, who was at the time my best friend, who I'm also not friends with anymore. And she was like, when you guys break up, because I know you're going to break up, you should date me. What she didn't know was I was with him, and he walked into the room that I was in, and he goes, why'd you just call me? That was so weird. And I go, what? And he goes, yeah, you just called me with whoever. And I went, is she here? And he was like, oh yeah. I'm like, you idiot.
Good thing you were with him.
Right? That's what everyone said.
Oh, they probably would have no choice but to take the other, well, not the other people's side, but be like, Taylor's a little weirdo. She just lied to me. She literally called me.
Well, and then the friend that was dating, I was like, did you do it? Like, you can tell me. And I went, I've been with you. Like, when could I have done it?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, oh yeah. And I was like, do we see the girl that called him? And yeah.
How old were you when you had your first sleepover?
Well,
Speaking of,
like friends sleepover or the 4th grade, but like, I mean, I've slept over my cousins and like family friends, but like a school friend, it was the 4th grade. What about you?
I was in kindergarten.
So fun.
So awesome.
And even then, like, I still got picked up from every sleepover. I got picked
so you
up.
didn't make it?
No, I got picked up.
What was the first sleepover you made it through the night?
I mean, in 4th grade, but like sometimes I would go home. Like sometimes I would like make myself ill and go home.
I only ever went home from a sleepover once, and that is because I think I got food poisoning.
One time I made my mom drive 45 minutes to come pick me up.
Oh my god, at that sleepover where I went home, I forgot about this. I went out to dinner with my friends
Mm-hmm.
and like her family, whatever. When we had gotten home from dinner, like both of her, like, she had 2 bathrooms, and like her siblings were in one, and like her mom or her dad was in the other. I pooped my pants. I literally pooped my pants. I had to go to the bathroom so bad, and I felt bad knocking.
So what, did you sit and shit?
Well, when they got out, I went ahead with like wrapping up the underwear in like 100 layers of toilet paper. I threw it out. I went commando, and I went to my friend and I said, I really don't feel good. I think I have to go home. Which I didn't feel good because I pooped my pants. And I called my mom, and my mom picked me up.
Did you say, hey, I shit my pants?
I don't think I've ever told anyone I shit my pants.
That's the only time I ever went home from a sleepover because I shit my pants.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No, I used to make myself ill because my one friend lived kind of near the highway, and I would always be like, somebody's gonna, like, come and kill us, like, because her backyard didn't have a fence, and it was the highway, a little thing of trees, a creek, and then her backyard. And I was like, somebody is gonna come off of the highway, go through the creek, and here we are. We're sleeping right here. And I would make myself so ill. I couldn't go to sleep. Her house was definitely haunted. I could never go to sleep in her
I
house.
loved sleepovers.
No. I love sleepovers now. I think that's why. I feel like I missed
See, I'm the
out.
opposite. Like, I kind of hate sleepovers now. Like, I'd rather just sleep in my own bed. Like, I'm fine having a sleepover if it's at, like, my own home base kind of thing. Where, like, I have access to, like, all my pajamas, all my skincare, my toothbrush, my pillow, my bed. But, like, I don't really like sleeping at other people's houses. Because I think I just like the comfort of, like, being like, oh, like, I don't have to, like, figure out how I'm getting home in the morning. Like, I just, like, wake up whenever. Also, at sleepovers, that's what I hate. I think this is what I hate. I feel like I have to wake up at the same time the person hosting the sleepover is waking up at. And I don't want to do that. You know me. We live together. I have to sleep until, like, 1:30 p.m.
Yeah.
And you're telling me at this sleepover I have to wake up at 10:30 a.m.?
Oh, everyone always got up so fucking early.
No, I'm saying, like, now.
Oh.
As a kid, I'd wake up whenever.
Oh.
But, like, yeah, you'd still have to wake up around the time, like, the person hosting the sleepover was.
That is so
But I just like
true.
being able to, like, sleep in forever and, like, get up and shower and, like, not have to be like, how'd you sleep?
Yeah, but
Good morning.
I don't know. I feel like it's different now. Like, we're older. Like, we're usually hungover.
I mean, it's, like, fine if we're, like, drinking and we just, like, end up at, like, your house or something. But, like, other than that, I'd rather be like, just let me go home. Or, like, the one time I got my phone stolen at the bar and then I couldn't Uber myself back here. So then I just Ubered to Caitlin's apartment with her. And I slept over, which was fine. But, like, I probably would have woken up a little bit earlier to, you know, go forward with getting a new phone that day. But we slept until, like, 1 p.m. But I was like, and then I had to, like, get back here, shower, FaceTime my mom from my laptop, and just, like, figure out things. Which I could have done, you know. Gotten an earlier start to my day if I was already just here, you know. I think that's the thing. I like just, like, you know.
I feel like it's a debrief to the debrief. Like, when you get home, you eat your drunk food, you talk about the night, and you're still, like,
You see, but I'd rather do that and then go home afterwards. Or, like, in the morning, be like, let's meet for bagels. And then, like, get a bagel all together in the morning. You know,
No, but like, I feel like the sleepover part, like, you're, like, laying down, you're chatting, or, like, you're eating your little drunk nuggies.
Yeah, but then I'll eat the drunk nuggies and then I would like to go home.
Okay.
I'll do everything. I just don't want to sleep over.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I love stealing clothes.
See? I like to change my underwear 80 times a day. It's one of like my many personality traits. Like one thing about me, I'm going to have like a clean pair of underwear on. Before I go to sleep, I put on a new pair. I take off whatever ones I was wearing like out that night and put on like a new pair. So I think that's also like a thing for me where I'm like, ugh, I feel dirty because I don't have the clean underwear on, you know? Even though I'll like wear a pair of underwear to work, I'll put on a new one before we go out, and then I'll put on a new one for bed. So I'm like, they're not dirty. They've been on me for my person for probably less than like 4 hours, but I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm just like, subconsciously, I'm not comfortable.
Yeah.
Because I don't have fresh underwear on.
That's such a vibe.
So I think that's also something that's like for me, you know? Or like subconsciously, I'm not like allowing myself to be comfortable because I don't have clean underwear. My makeup's probably still on.
Yeah.
And I didn't brush my teeth, which are three things that like, just like.
Yeah, it's your bedtime routine.
Yeah. The bare minimum usually.
This reminds me of a story that happened over the weekend. Do we
have a sleepover this weekend?
No.
No. We went our separate ways on Friday.
We did.
Continue.
On Sunday, because it was Memorial Day weekend. So I went out on Sunday, and I came back home, and I wasn't really drunk. Like, I was tipsy, but I wasn't drunk. Like, you know when you get so drunk one day that, like, the rest of the weekend when you go out, you don't get drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that happened. So, like, I drank a fair bit, but I was, like, I just, like, wasn't drunk, and I was miserable, and the taste of alcohol, like, made me want to throw up. And so I get home, whatever, I was so tired. Whatever. I get changed into my pajamas. I wake up the next morning, and there was a pair of underwear in my bodysuit that I wore, but it wasn't the ones that I wore out, and I was wearing the ones that I wore out. And then I was thinking, and I was like, did I wear 2 pairs of underwear?
Did you layer up?
I have no clue.
That's something I would do.
I have no clue.
In preparation for a sleepover, I'll just wear like another thong over my like other thong.
But I was like, where did this thong come from? I was so confused.
Never let them know your next move.
I guess. But like, imagine if I had hooked up with someone and I was wearing 2 layers.
They're like, and you're like, actually, can you wear 2 condoms?
Extra protection. I'm like, if I'm drunk, I will be going to bed, makeup on.
Usually I'm like kind of good about taking my makeup off unless, you know what my downfall is? If I don't do it right away or if I like lay or sit down, I'm not getting back up depending on how drunk I am. Like my eyes will just kind of like
honk shoe,
maybe me like drift off.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of ready to fall asleep right now actually.
I've like, if you watch the episode, I slowly am getting like more and more into like a V shape, a U. Like I'm sinking into the couch. Like I fully started, I was upright and now I'm like laying down.
I'm getting
cozy mode.
Oh my God, we did a panty riser of the week. We did a panty dropper of the week. Do we have a panty riser of the week?
Tom Sandoval?
Neither of us watch Vanderpump Rules.
I have with the drama.
Panty riser of the week. Panty riser of the week. I'm picking panty. Panties on the ground because you disgust me.
Panty riser of the week.
Fun fact about that song, for anyone that's seen the outtakes of that, like, one old couple where he's like baked in a buttery flaky biscuit crust and he like cannot say the line. That is me with the Panty Riser of the Week song. Like I cannot figure out the lyrics to that song and I made it up. That song came out of my own head.
Yeah,
I invented it.
I couldn't tell you the lyrics to either of them if my life depended on it.
Panty riser of the week, panty riser of the week. I'm picking up my panties off the ground 'cause you disgust me. Panty riser of the week. Good, I kind of did it there.
You did.
Nikki's gonna be so proud of me.
Well, if she's, maybe this is her reason to come back.
Well, if this reaches you guys in your respective countries, miss you.
Love you.
Love you.
We forgive you for breaking my pelvic bone and punching me in the face and breaking Megan's foot.
We see you, we hear you, and we stand with you.
Come on, Gary, come home.
Gary, come home. Hold on, we'll end the episode with singing Gary, Come Home for the two of them.
Should we say the panty riser is Tom Sandoval? Or we
can say Tom Sandoval. Do you want to go? I mean, I don't watch Vanderpump, and apparently you do. So do you have anything you want to, like, add to that?
Tom Sandoval is a dirty worm with a mustache. Rachel, not Raquel. Rachel is a conniving. Is that a word?
Conniving?
Conniving. Yeah, conniving didn't sound right. She's a conniving
son of a bitch.
She betrayed every single girl code that there was. Tom Sandoval is a lying douchebag. No. Yeah, he's all of them. He's a poo-poo head.
Poo-poo head.
Like, it's crazy to think that Tom Sandoval was the bartender and now he's one of the most hated men in America. Like, when he started, what was it, like 10 years ago?
Does it ever drive you crazy just how fast the night changes?
Yeah.
And it'll never change me and you, but it will change Tom Sandoval and Ariana.
Yeah. But one last note about Vanderpump Rules. I was watching an episode and they were like trying to make it like that they still worked there, but like paparazzi was showing up to the restaurant and like paparazziing them, like going into their shit. Like, it was just strange.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And on that note,
Gary, come home.
Hold on, we'll say our goodbyes and then we'll sing
Oh.
it out. Goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the two of us. Apparently we're going to be doing one more of these. So let us know if you like ones of the two of us, if you want an episode of the other two, or if you just want to see us, you know, break off in pairs every once in a while.
Yeah.
You can let us know.
We won't be doing this at 1 a.m.
Yeah, hopefully we're never doing this at 1 a.m. again when I have to be up in literally an hour and a half. But yeah, so love you, hear you, we see you. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends.
Tell your mother.
Tell your mother. All our social medias are linked down below.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Love ya.
Bye. Gary, come home. Gary, come home. Do we know any other lyrics of the song?
No.
Gary, I'm sorry I neglected you. No, I never expected you to run away. Gary, your meow right now would sound like music to me. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god, my like nose. It won't let me talk. Gary, come home.
I'm
Gary,
boiling.
come home. Your meow right now would sound like music to me. And I really miss you, so come home, Gary. Gary, come home. Why are you laughing at me? You only knew the lyric, Gary, come home, and then I come out with some lyrics from the song out of my ass?
Your meow right now.
Gary, your meow right now would sound like music to me. And I really miss you, so come home, Gary. Gary, come home. That's a literal lyric from the song. I'm not making that up.
I know, but just the way you said it.
Meow right now.
Meow right now.
Okay, bye.
Bye.